eCAT is an electronic lab notebook for documenting biomedical research. The free personal version of eCAT is for postdocs and graduate students who want a simple way to organize their experimental data and put it in a convenient form for incorporation into presentations, papers, and grant proposals. The personal version is also a good way for those considering the team-hosted or install versions for their labs to get a feel for eCAT. How do you currently organize your research data? Matt Nakatra, an eCAT user at the University of Pittsburgh, describes a typical experience.
Before using eCAT, I would keep all of my data for experiments in various places. I have my paper notebook at the bench with my written notes and gel images and other pieces of data or printouts taped in various places. And then on my computer I'd have folders for every experiment with Excel spreadsheets and data files and digital images and other notes. And even trying to keep that as organized as I could, it was really a challenge to go back a month later or so and try to remember how all those pieces of data related to each other. So I'd open a folder and try to figure out which Excel spreadsheet had the data I wanted. How does that image, where exactly did that image come from? When did I take it? Using eCAT has really helped with keeping all that stuff organized. eCAT has a very simple interface. It's very flexible, so I can go in and just immediately just start writing my lab notebook the way I used to with a paper lab notebook. And if I want to, I can make templates for different types of experiments, PCR experiments, flow cytometry data, those sorts of things. But it's simple. I don't have to spend a lot of time figuring it out.
How does eCAT help? First and foremost, it lets you get organized. Here's Matt again.
Using eCAT has really helped with keeping all that stuff organized because I can have one page with all of my notes on an experiment. Imported into that are my digital images. I can link to Excel spreadsheets. I can link to other experiments. I can link to data files, and it's all right there. I don't have to spend any time figuring out where everything is.
And here's Andreas Johansson from Lund University in Sweden.
So about the challenges that I faced before using eCAT, and the most important one, which I think a lot of people have, is of course messy notes from time to time. And you have good days, you have bad days at the laboratory and in life. So some days it's fun to make very exact notes, and other days it's not so fun, and you just make notes of the most important stuff, and those days you usually end up missing things. So yeah. Also, another large thing is missing protocols. You have some things in your head, you have some things on a paper, stuck on a wall somewhere, and other things maybe other protocols is maybe in a binder somewhere, and someone has borrowed that binder, or you can't find it when you need it for the experiments. How I use eCAT, I basically use it for everything in the lab. As I've said, I use it for protocol experiments, set up projects, but I also use it for things that I didn't use it for before. So nowadays I add digital photos to my experiments. I can add screenshots of my HPLC runs, and I can add timestamps so I can easily see when I did it. I guess those are the most important things. And also, I also use it outside the laboratory. I mean, as long as you have access to a computer with the internet, you can access your data, which is very, very good when you're visiting another place, or when you're home working, or you forgot your ordinary lab notebook. So those are the main things. And the things I like most about eCAT is that it's really simple to use and to get started with, and I think that's it's a very important thing to get people to actually start using it. If it's hard in the beginning, then a lot of people will they will just have a look at it and never use it. So I think eCAT it's easy to get started with, and it has a simple interface. So yeah, it's intuitive.
To learn more about eCAT, watch the Getting Started with eCAT video. Or just give eCAT a try. You can sign up for your own free personal account at www.axiope.com.